The Works Group proudly presents to you the Water Fountain, created by Amanda, Kat, John, Matt, and Mason. Today, we will be discussing our work progress in the form of the engineering design cycle by overviewing our objectives and restrictions, followed by ideas and research, to construction of the fountain and explain issues followed by solutions to help us create our own final product. As you can see here, Matt is busy working away while still keeping it classy. As we move through this presentation, we will mirror the aspects of the engineering design cycle, seen here. Our objectives for this project included constructing an aesthetically pleasing liquid fountain that applies to basic engineering concepts. We wanted to follow the constraints while using teamwork to develop a unique fountain. Like everything, we had restrictions. Our budget had to be less than $40, and our dimensions must be less than 2 feet by 2 feet, with no height restriction. We had to minimize splashing, which at first was a little bit of an issue, but by moving a bamboo stick, we were able to solve that problem. We were not able to have any live animals. Bummer. Water must flow against gravity, and water must actuate movement, sound, or light. To do this, we wanted to make a sustainable fountain that could generate water flow while protecting the pump in the fountain. Here, you can clearly see Matt and Kat working hard to get the job done. We used the following for materials, including the tin bucket and bamboo, as seen in the picture. Other materials we used included teamwork and a good attitude. Nothing's possible without teamwork and a good attitude. Our first sketch consisted of a pump at the bottom of the fountain, which would pump water from the base to the top of the fountain through a copper tube. The copper tube was surrounded by rocks, which had holes drilled in them to allow the copper tube to go through them towards the top of the fountain. The water would trickle out of the fountain and down the rocks back to the base. But issues quickly arose, mostly due to the problem of drilling through rocks. After 3 drill bits, we soon discovered that drilling through rocks wasn't an easy task. In fact, it was rather impossible. We had to change our ideas and move to Plan B. In addition to the rock issue, water did not actuate movement, and our communication within the group was very poor. It would have been better if we used smoke signals. We needed to come up with a new design. We had to follow specifications and have a more efficient design and structure. Our design changed to a more practical and aesthetically pleasing fountain. We would have the copper tube behind the rocks rather than going through them and trickle water down each of the rocks, with bamboo in the background. Unfortunately, our design was like that of Jared Fogel and broke the rules while having many problems. Water was still not going where it needed to, and we did not produce movement from the water. With stronger group efficiency and changes to the design, a third sketch was produced, and the fountain went from being an idea to a constructed reality. Here we have our final sketch, where we wanted to create continuous and independent motion, with the pump pumping water up the bamboo on the right and out to the bamboo on the left, where it fills up with water and dumps once full, and because of the weight on the opposite side, returns to its original position, continuously dumping water. And here is our final product, where we have water successfully being pumped out of the bamboo and into the other bamboo, where it fills with water and dumps into a bucket of rocks. In the back we have our poster, where we had our stand for the fountain. Other than the fact that Kat and I cannot pose for pictures, we learned how to apply the engineering design cycle while managing time and tasks. We learned about the constant battle between country versus techno soundtracks, about teamwork, and most importantly, why hot glue versus silicone can start World War III. Sure, this project may not have been our best, but we worked on teamwork and communication, and that's what the project was really about. In order to grow as an engineer, you have to understand the engineering design cycle, and you have to be able to work as a team and communicate easily. These skills are necessary to become an engineer. And here we have our references and all our sponsors. Unfortunately, our design ran into roadblocks. Our ideas were like Jared Fogel. Shouldn't use that one. These constraints included a budget, size limits, and other... God! I was doing well! God! How to apply the engineering design day cycle.
Have you done the maple?
Oh my, James! No, I haven't done the maple. That's something I do the night of. Our design changed to a model looking similar to that in the picture here. Oh my god. I'm just going to switch to business. I can't do this anymore.